A summer's worth family watched in horror yesterday as a killer whale at Florida's SeaWorld attacked and killed its trainer.
Deep in the heart of Orlando, Florida, lies a world of wonder where majestic creatures dance across crystal clear waters. A passionate orca trainer at SeaWorld named Dawn Brancheau was putting on a show with an orca named Tilikum. Dozens of people were in the stands, cheering and eating at an open-air restaurant while watching the performance poolside. Dawn was no stranger to orcas. She had done this performance with Tilikum many times before and had a lead in the training of the orca. They knew each other well. But on February 24, 2010, nobody was prepared for what would happen next. Dawn Brancheau, born April 16, 1969, was an American animal trainer at SeaWorld. She worked with orcas at SeaWorld Orlando for 15 years, including a leading role in revamping the Shamu show, and was SeaWorld's poster girl. Brancheau was born Dawn Laverde in Cedar Lake, Indiana, and was the youngest of 6 children. She set her heart on becoming a Shamu trainer during a family vacation to Orlando. She graduated from the University of South Carolina with degrees in psychology and animal behavior. Away from work, she volunteered at a local animal shelter, looked after 2 chocolate Labradors, and kept various stray ducks, chickens, rabbits, and small birds at her home. Brancheau spent 2 years working with dolphins at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey before beginning her career at SeaWorld Orlando in 1994, initially working with otters and sea lions. In 1996, the same year, she married Scott Brancheau, a SeaWorld stunt water skier. Eventually, she started working with orcas. In 2000, she appeared on NBC affiliate WSH and discussed staying physically fit to deal with the intense rigor of working with orcas.
You're not only a wonderful showman, but you are so physically fit. It's a tough job, isn't it?
Yeah, we really do go through a lot of physical exertion. You can see in the show, we do a lot of deep water work, breath holds, very high energy behaviors with the animals. Obviously, they're giving out a lot of energy too, but we're working together and having a lot of fun as well.
To accomplish this, she ran marathons, cycled, and lifted weights. In 2006, her decade of work with orcas was profiled, including her leadership role in a 2 to 3 year revamp of the Shamu show. Brancheau acknowledged the dangers of working in close proximity to orcas.
A trainer at SeaWorld Orlando rushed to the hospital after she was bitten by a killer whale. Now, she survived.
As a senior trainer, she appeared in various SeaWorld public performances for many years. The Shamu show's interaction of animal trainers with orcas was regarded as SeaWorld's star attraction. But on February 24, 2010, during a live show in front of dozens of guests, tragedy would fill the air. Brancheau performing a Dine with Shamu show with Tilikum, the largest orca at SeaWorld Orlando. In this setting, guests ate at an open-air restaurant while watching the performance poolside as the orca performed and was fed. As part of the end-of-show routine, she was at the edge of the pool rubbing Tilikum's head and was lying next to him on a slide-out. Suddenly, Brancheau was pulled into the water by her left arm, or as some say, hair. Some witnesses reported seeing Tilikum grab Brancheau by the ponytail or shoulder. At least a dozen people witnessed Brancheau in the water with Tilikum. The orca's moves seemed to have been very quick as he pulled her underwater and drowning her. Employees used nets and threw food in the water in an attempt to distract him. While moving from pool to pool in the complex, they eventually directed Tilikum to a smaller medical pool where it would be easier to calm him down. After approximately 45 minutes, Tilikum released Brancheau's body. The autopsy report said that Brancheau died from drowning and blunt force trauma. Her spinal cord was severed, and she had sustained fractures to her jawbone, ribs, and a cervical vertebra. Her scalp was completely torn off from her head, and her left elbow and left knee had been dislocated.
A summer's worth family watched in horror yesterday as a killer whale at Florida's SeaWorld attacked and killed its trainer.
The medical examiner's office says she likely died from multiple traumatic injuries and drowning.
Brancheau was buried at Holy Sepulchre Cemetery in Worth Township, Cook County, Illinois. No SeaWorld trainer entered a pool to perform a show with an orca following Brancheau's death. Immediately afterwards, SeaWorld disallowed trainers from being in the water with any orca. This internal voluntary prohibition was similar to what happened after other injuries to animal trainers. Each time, the temporary pause had been lifted by SeaWorld. However, this time the ban was solidified by an Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, intervention. This led SeaWorld to repeatedly seek the lifting of various aspects of OSHA's citations and rulings until 2014, when it decided not to go to the Supreme Court. Brancheau was the second SeaWorld trainer after Alexis Martinez to be killed by an orca. Brancheau was the third fatality associated with Tilikum, and the fourth by a captive orca. Since orcas were first placed in captivity in the 1960s, there have been more than 40 documented safety incidents, with dozens of trainers being seriously injured by various orcas. On August 23, 2010, SeaWorld was fined $75,000 by OSHA for 3 safety violations, one directly related to Brancheau's death. Thanks for watching.